What is up, my peoples? It is your boy, AMG here, and today we're going to be live reacting to chapter 248 of My Hero Academia. So, let's get it! Cover page is Ochoko. And it's Froppy on the front. They got some new headgear. They looking sleek. I see y'all. Chapter title, One by One. It's not as though I was rushing. Deku embarks on his second internship. While everyone else was testing the limits of their new abilities, I was still learning the fundamentals. I received Minecraft when I was 14. After learning how to control One for All with my full cow, I forced myself to learn how to use it subconsciously. Listen up, kid. From here on, you're going to develop 6 more quirks. I've got to hurry up and master them all. Ow, ow, ow! The hit and run has been apprehended. Looks like you 3 were too slow. Buzz off. It just takes me time to warm up in the winter. Hey, Boku, did you notice? Are you saying there's something you noticed that I didn't? Go on, enlighten me. He's so petty. He really is. He was shooting fire from his feet whenever he accelerated. I'm not sure if you saw or not, but the jet burn he used back in his fight at Kushiu is most likely done by compression. Those flames to heighten his acceleration. I can tell since I have the same quirk. Controlling the heat necessarily to reach speeds that fast is a monumental task. Yeah, it's a total ripoff of my explosions. Are you saying it took you until now to realize that? Yeah, sure. I suppose you could call it a ripoff. By the way, in case you 3 haven't noticed, that path opens up into the main road. You can leave this guy to us. After all, it's pretty rare to see him teaching anyone besides Shotoku. Oh, I see. You were cutting off his escape route with your flames. We'll catch up to you later. During my fight in Kyushu, I was able to split the work with Hawks, but a true hero must be someone who is able to handle every role on their own. Also, for the record, I noticed the glass villain's helpers before you did. Got it. You're so damn petty. Bakugo, you said you wanted to learn what you could do, right? I'll admit that your mobility is top-notch. Well, for a rookie at least. But as you are right now, you will never be able to surpass me. This winter might just be training. But if you're too slow, you won't be able to use your normal excuses anymore. This is not a classroom. If you're ever too slow, you won't be losing points, but rather human lives. Shoto, Bakugo, for the time being, I'm giving you both the same assignment. Why am I always grouped together with this guy? I suppose it's related to acquiring flash fire. Storage and release. The condensation of power. Okay. The ability to momentarily draw forth your maximum power, or alternatively, the ability to focus your power on a single point. Isn't that like Bakugo's attack that he learned right after, training camp? Practice as many times as it takes until you can achieve one of those 2 without even having to think about it. Kachan, that's pretty much the core concept of your AP. Oh, okay, just like I said. Why the hell do you know the core concept of my move? Stay away from me. Yo, really? Shoto, you're already halfway to achieving both. First, let's work on focusing your power. Try taking your mental image of shaping your ice and applying it to your fire. Deku, you're already capable of momentarily drawing forth your maximum power. Let's see. Yes, sir. Can you do it subconsciously? I can with my full cow, but for my air force, I still have to think about it. In that case, your first step will be to learn to use Air Force subconsciously. Forget about your secondary ability for now. But to do that, I need to learn how to think in parallel. Listen up. Everyone on Earth is already capable of parallel processing on a daily basis and subconsciously to poop. Just look at that guy yachting and driving at the same time. It's not like he's always known how to drive. Steering, accelerating, braking, processing. What's ahead of and behind him at all times. He learned each of those one by one, then practiced until he could do them all together subconsciously. Start by learning to do two things together subconsciously. When you're done with that, add on a third. No matter how strong or powerful an ability may be, that power is built on a foundation of smaller parts stacked on top of each other, one by one. The title of the chapter. Sure, there may be exceptions, but for the rest of us, growing one step at a time is the only path forward. At least that's the only path I know. Even if you practice the same abilities, the experience you'll be gained here is worlds away from what you've gained at school. Take the power you've fostered at school and now at the agency of the number one hero, make that power your own. Oh, okay, Endeavor. About 1.5 years ago, I was entrusted with all too much power by All Might. Since enrolled in UA, I've gained a lot of experience. And now it looks like I'm about to be dragged forward at a blinding speed, but my fastest possible speed, fail as many times as you need to. Whether the three of you succeed or fail, it will have zero effect on my work as Endeavor. One by one. Ah, hello, Father. I heard you're working with Shota right now, and that he's together with his friends. Why didn't you tell me? I was so surprised when I first heard the news. In any case, I was thinking, with school starting again soon, I'll be hard to get any time together. So why don't you bring everyone over to our place today? I'll make the best dinner you've ever seen. We will be on break next week. My Hero Academia will resume issue 50 of Shonen Jump, and an unexpected proposal from Todoroki's sister. Chapter 248 end. So the sister wants to spend time with everybody, which is interesting. So I'm wondering if they're gonna find out about Todoroki's home life. Cause who else is gonna be there? Is the brother gonna be there? The mom's still in the hospital, so this is gonna be an interesting, like little deep dive into Todoroki's life for Bakugo and Midoriya. So I can't wait to see that. It's crazy how Bakugo's power, you can kind of use his power just like you use Todoroki. Well, Todoroki uses power kind of like Bakugo's. Like his fire side, they kind of have the same concept. Because even though Bakugo's is combustion, it still uses fire at an explosive rate. So it's like, as soon as it fires off, like rockets, as soon as it gets light up, and like you hit the gun smoke with fire, that's with a spark. That's as soon as it explodes. So his explosion and fire is more of a heat making you rise because of the force from the fire. But if you do it in combustion style, maybe you can do the same relative things that Bakugo can do. So that's interesting as well. And then Midoriya having to learn how to do two things parallel. Well, he's like, yo, you need to learn how to master your original quirk before you start moving on to other things. Even though it may affect your stuff, but for now, you need to work on one thing at a time, step by step, to build a strong foundation. Basically, like, if you try to skip steps, then it's not going to end up perfect like it needs to be. You need to cultivate the power you have now for you to be able to use more in the future, is basically what Endeavor's saying. So that's very, very interesting. But anyway, guys, like the video if you like the video. Comment down below if you have anything you want to say. And subscribe to me, your boy, AMG, for more content. And follow me on Twitter, where I upload art. I do a lot of memes. I just do a lot of stuff to talk about people with One Piece and different kind of anime topics and everything else like that. But anyway, guys, remember, anime, manga, gaming is all that. And I'm out, people. Peace.
For 30 minutes, don't touch that dial. Don't interrupt right now. Tell mama fall back, cause another all that coming up right now.